What it do, what it do. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media. That's Tay Luciano Media. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there? How y'all feeling? You know what I mean? So I see Pharrell has a kind of behind the scenes look of the men's fall winter collection he's gonna be putting out. I think that's dope. You know, he's been doing a lot of behind the scenes videos ever since he's been working with Louis Vuitton. I think that's pretty dope, especially coming from somebody like Pharrell. You know what I mean? But I think the video is only like 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's well. I think for him to do what he's been doing, Pharrell is one of my, favorite producers. You know, when it comes to just doing music, fashion, what it do, what it do. Good looking for tapping in, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, you feel me? But yeah, the video is only like 12 minutes, you know what I mean? And then I wanted to check out this Clipse interview they have with Bootleg Kev. And shout out to the Clipse. They just put out a dope ass album. I feel like real lyricists and real rap is slowly coming back. You know what I mean? I think it got a little cloudy for a minute. You know what I mean? I think it's slowly trying to come back. And even the album Jim Jones put out earlier part of this year. You know what I mean? Real rap is like slowly coming back. But this album that the Clipse just put out, I think it's well put together far as the concepts of the songs and all that. So I'm gonna definitely check that out. And they've been on a run. The Clipse been on a good run. They just did Breakfast Club. They just did an interview with Fat Joe and Jada. They just did an interview with Bootleg Kev. So I think they about to go on tour. I forget when the tour is about to kick off. The tour is actually about to kick off. Because I know they coming to my city September like 18th or something like that. But I think that's gonna be a hell of a good show. And shout out to Earth Gang. Anybody that know music or really tapped into music know that Earth Gang is a group that signed to Dreamville, which is J. Cole label. So I think that's gonna be dope. And it's like two worlds emerging because Earth Gang clearly don't rap like how the Clipse rap and the stuff they touch on. So that is almost like merging two different, worlds. They dope, you know what I mean? But they're not on they concept of rap is not on the level as a Pusha T or the Clipse, you know what I'm saying? But for them to be on tour or about to go on tour with the Clipse, that's dope. That's about to be a dope tour, you know what I mean? But the Clipse always been dope. But like I said, they making their rounds. They just did one. I think they did one with, or they gonna do one with Angie Martinez. I'm not sure, but they just did the Breakfast Club. Just did Fat Joe and Jada. Just did Bootleg Kev. But they've been doing their thing. But I definitely wanted to check out this behind the scenes Louis Vuitton. It's not even a show, but the fall winter collection for men. I definitely want to check this out. It's like a 12-minute video though, so it's not long or outdrawn. You know what I mean? But I just think it'd be dope to see something like this. You know what I mean? But I think this is pretty dope though. You know what I mean?
It's my honor to be here tonight. Every person that is working on this show, my partner in this amazing offering, Nigo-san. Understand how much I appreciate you.
Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. Tay Luciano Media, you dig?
So thank you so much, and let's go.
he's co-signing. Damn.
Mike, can you play Nigo the music from the show? I just remember hearing so much about him through Jacob the Jeweler and hearing about
Damn, he got heard about from
Tokyo.
through Jacob was telling Pharrell about
His
nigga.
lifestyle was just like gonna be so inspiring to me because he was so imaginative.
That's a cold Louis Vuitton. Oh man.
I knew I wanted to be friends with him, and I knew I wanted to learn. And then when I let go, it was actually that and more. Streetwear is the world. If you want to know what's going on in the world, you want to know which way.
Like, share, and subscribe to the channel at Tay Lucci Out Media. Get them likes up. Tap that like button. You heard?
We're gonna have a lot of looks. This is gonna be a long show. I'm sorry. We got something else to do, but everything is cheap. Everything is wearable. Everything is well made. I mean, come on. This is the new varsity. This is the varsity of this era for me. This is great, but we can tone this down and just turn this up. And I know that it seems like a lot, but I'm telling you, this is part of the character. It's a part of Nigo and I's history.
For this collection, what we wanted to highlight is, of course, the friendship between Pharrell and Nigo. We have graphics with Pharrell and Nigo heads, and we have also our iconic LV with the PN logo.
This is like the kind of progression relationship in between Pharrell and Nigo. So they start me like early 2000, then like a progress. Oh, they have like the face of
Sharon, what it do, my dog?
Daniel, which is actually this is also
What it do? What it do? Good looking for tapping in, man.
and we have here a chunky zipper with a very chunky arm that we want to have like a thing.
I'll get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel.
Back here, which is embroidered.
That's tight.
And it represents this funny story about Pharrell and Nigo going to fish on Nigo's boat. And apparently they fished some lobsters. So the idea was to have something that linked with Pharrell's past with Nigo, all these kind of chains that he used to wear with Nigo. So this is the idea to bring back this kind of era. What's he like?
I don't want no, ain't no custom. Take me to the rack.
Wow.
I'm going to the rack.
Wow.
So this season we did some charms related to Pharrell's universe, like the guitar, the skateboard,
That's nice.
the coffee cup, all worked in all finish to enhance the details.
Thank you. I did.
Man, just vibing, man. Just chilling. How you? What's going on with you, Sharon?
Anytime I touch anything, I'm always gonna be like super attention to detail and making sure it's incredibly refined. Even when I'm trying to be like innovative, refinement will be a part of it. It's always interesting to see.
That's what's up. Same here. Yep.
When you put the love and care into the details, I think that's when things become timeless. Just a very couple of this. That's not
Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media. Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media.
Details, you know, and I think we need to double down on it. The patchwork collection is inspired from borrowed. The pattern is inspired from Japanese landscape. We have also same kind of graphic concept, but do it is our iconic ones.
Nigo
came, he brought us a color chart of some kimono fabric, shows several colors from there to reinterpret in new speedies. Here we have some roses if everybody's hungry.
There's like a theme really, and we have like an interpretation of the black and white loafers, but with this volume.
Our food jacket speedies, they are made out of hemlock silk. We use intricate embroideries and tuftage.
Was a sneaker. We worked on a like retro vintage silhouette, something quite short with the last that is a bit small and manga-ish.
It goes from a fashion show to an exhibition, it's a whole other like immersive thing. The 25th year. I'm just trying to like obviously turn it all the way up. Yeah, this is 20 years ago.
This collection is not just about archive. It's about archive and also the future and how it relates to us. It's a very interesting sort of paradoxical point of view. When you think about it, today is yesterday and tomorrow. That's what this collection is.
First time pleasure. Yeah. It's my first show for Louis Vuitton. Speechless. Look at the detail. You can say it's a lot of cool details right there. Feel like an office of it, you know. Make some noise for my partner in this amazing, amazing, amazing offering, Nigo-san. Showtime.
Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, and I forget, Pharrell is one of the writers on that song. And that's Playboy Cardi, The Weeknd. And he's one of the writers that wrote the song. Like Pharrell is actually one of the writers on that song.
Was about new ideas, great ideas, and things that could shift the paradigm.
I forgot about that.
The collaboration just speaks to the synergy that like Nigo and Pharrell have had over all these years. It seems like such a natural collaboration to have them both at this point in their careers do a project and have it look so good. It's incredible. In this industry, people rarely keep that connection, to keep that bond for 25 years, I think it is, yeah. Nigo and Pharrell, they have a way of having a community, even on a large scale, it still feels like a community. I think they're good at like playing it small and playing it massive at the same moment.
It inspired me to this day. I'm probably still wearing a lot of the collections from 20 years
This
ago.
fake ass nigga.
I'm still carrying a lot of the trucks to this day.
The whole presentation was just to show up their legacy. I mean, Nigo's the first person to bring me to Tokyo. He showed us how to brand ourselves and just dream big and just, he took the ceiling off for us.
So you gotta leave off flow, man. Be the landmark of, the culture. I just love that I get to do it. And do it on the top.
Yeah, man. I forgot he actually had wrote that song too. Hold on, but I want to check out this this Clipse interview with Bootleg Kev. Let me see where it's going.
Yo, before we get into the interview, man, I want to give
Yeah,
a shout out to
Pharrell
all our radio stations all across the
been
country
dope.
who have the Bootleg Kev show.
Yeah, he pretty dope. Yeah, for sure. He just do a lot of shit though. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot of different shit. So that's what make him more. You know what I'm saying? That put him more on the. That put Pharrell more on a higher scale because he do so much. Like this nigga, right?
So you can
Fashion, you know what I mean? Beats, all that. So it just give him more of a leverage.
All right, Bootleg Cat Podcast.
Yeah, he been doing. Yeah, he be having some. Yeah, he done had some dope beats for sure.
Clipse.
What's up,
Definitely.
yo? What's happening?
He done definitely
Thank you
had
guys
some
for
dope
being in
ass
my
beats.
pockets consistently for the last, I don't know, month and a half. Every time you guys drop something, it's like I got the alerts turned on now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I probably have bought in like 12 different things.
Oh, it's the Bootleg Kev show now.
But things were selling out though.
Yeah.
He must be getting
So I
some
missed out on,
endorsements
like,
or
that tier
something now.
Yeah. I feel like that's been a major part of the rollout.
Super.
Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Them
some nice Carhartt jackets that you got on too.
Certain brands and streetwear,
Right.
And just
Carhartt that shit too. A lot of people be sleeping on Carhartt. And then Carhartt got
this culture.
work in progress, which is not even, and that's at least that's somebody else's clothing line. They just, you know what I'm saying?
And I saw you guys just had the Carhartt thing that's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, they got some Carhartt shit coming. I didn't even know that.
Carhartt.
I didn't even know that they had Carhartt. They got some Carhartt shit coming. Damn, that's gonna be tight.
It's been what,
That's gonna
16
be,
years
yeah,
since.
damn, that's gonna be
So the
tight.
casket dropped.
15, 16, yeah.
You had two really dope projects that you released as No Malice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
For you,
Shout out to Bootleg Kev. Bootleg Kev always do some dope interviews.
Right.
Always.
how are you feeling being in Clipse mode? And how are you feeling being, I guess, you've been kind of in the cut for a minute watching Push turn into, one of the most prolific MCs of all time.
Absolutely.
On his own,
And it's been a joy to watch. It's all natural. Like being here with my brother,
this is what we've done. We started this together. So now just to be back and work together and traveling together, it's all natural with Pharrell. Just all of us coming up. It's just like a family reunion. So
Yeah.
it's really good. It's really good.
It's kind of crazy because I feel like there was such a perfect like bookmark with Till the Casket Drops, because I feel like if you were listening to your verses in particular
Right.
on that album,
Right.
you were leaving the tea leaves. That,
Right. Absolutely. Man.
Subscribe to the channel,
Yeah.
Tay Luciano
And
Media.
I'm
Tay
really
Luciano
grateful for
Media.
that
Hit that
because
like button.
my,
Hit that subscribe button.
emotions and everything have been well documented. My thoughts, like you said, you saw it coming about. So I don't really have to explain it so much to the fans or to the people that follow us or that are into our music. They pretty much could see, where I was going.
Yeah, 100% to your mom, and I feel like I'm in New York listening to the project, and
What's up?
that, man, had to be just a tough session for you guys to do. I can imagine.
Extremely tough to get through. Extremely hard. It wasn't just the fact that we lost our parents, but just how close. Within 4 months, and just to go back and to document it. But you also want to leave a good memorial or a good dedication, to your parents or whatever. And I just think from the production to the raps, it was just like the perfect send off.
Were there any emotions you guys shared on that record that you guys had heard for the first time from each other?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah. I think what you're listening to is two conversations. Basically, Malice's last conversation with my dad and my last conversation with my mom. So I don't think Malice knew things that my mom was telling me. Some of the conversations she probably had with him or things that he knew, he didn't know that I knew them. And he didn't know that she articulated that to me. So I know that for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can only imagine. You guys are in the studio and it's like this is like this moment.
Yeah.
Was it a busy session, or was it very, very like isolated?
Nah, it was pretty busy. It's pretty busy because it was recorded in
That song pretty tight.
LV
That's like the first song on the album.
So it's no privacy. Yeah.
No privacy.
Yeah.
That Louis Vuitton.
Nice. So it's like, sketching, sewing, drawings, people coming in, fabrics.
What's that like for you, Push? Because you've been in so many random settings.
Yeah.
Working with good music. I'm thinking of the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Hawaii. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Wyoming. I'm thinking of all these places that you've been able to, that are obviously that we're not used to. Like, I guess you could say like unique places to record. What was the difference between like some of those situations and being at Louis Vuitton?
Well, I think that all of those situations made me prepared me for unorthodox situations. I don't man, outside of Virginia, I don't know if I've been in a proper studio for years. Like, I haven't recorded in a proper studio in ages.
Yeah.
So I don't, it's a
Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media.
I don't know. I just thought it was the new way.
Right.
No, it's just a new way. You pull up and record anywhere.
Right. Yo, well, can you guys give me, because, okay, you guys put out So Be It, and it doesn't hit DSPs, it's on YouTube, and then there's the So Be It 2.0 on the album.
Yeah.
Was this a sample thing? What was the...
Man, I think it's a fan thing. I think it's a fan thing, having a video and just,
You gotta go, this is the only place you can
get it right here.
Yeah.
Get it right here and enjoy it all as a body of work.
For y'all, I'm curious, man, like, you guys have, in my opinion, two, like, undeniable classics, Lord willing, Hell Hath No Fury. And as a Clipse
Thank
fan,
you.
as a Clipse fan,
Which is better? Which is better?
so I had this conversation.
Which is better? Just tell me which is better.
I'm gonna tell you.
Which one is better?
Unique perspective, unique answer here. My personal favorite is not the better album, because nostalgically, I had it in high school and I passed that thing around period to period, was Lord Willing. Because it's a time, I remember having that album.
Oh, it's not the better album.
I think Hell Hath No Fury is the better album.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Do you have a different opinion?
We can keep going. No.
No. Is this an argument?
No. That's fine.
This has to be a conversation that you guys have been having behind the scenes.
Yeah.
No, Hell Hath No Fury is the better album.
Hey, I'm with you.
Okay. Yeah. But Lord Willing. Virginia is my favorite Clipse song ever.
Wow, that's what's up. Man.
Anytime I meet anybody who ever says Virginia, I just automatically say Rachel to do but cook, and they're like, "What?" Never mind. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy too, cause I wonder for you, Bush the last 16 years just go fucking crazy,
Right.
And put out some of the best hip hop of all time himself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's your favorite Push project?
Oh man. I could go with Daytona.
I mean, Daytona's like it's like the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. But let me say also with that, I expect my brother to deliver every single time, which he does and has. There is a standard. There is a standard and a professionalism that he has always carried from the beginning of Clipse to his own solo work. So yeah, I'm never disappointed. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I want to go back because
That's real shit.
There was this conversation that I had with someone else. I don't want to talk about it in specifics. And no one ever tried to dress like you guys. No one ever tried to be the Clipse. I want to go back to the Mr. Me Too video because that was one of those moments I vividly remember. I had
That was a tight moment. That was a good moment.
Wow.
Yes, it was white.
Yeah.
I had the fuck drive tee. Did you guys
That was a hell of a moment.
Mr.
That was a hell of a
moment. Stir up
for them.
this thing that is still lingering 20 years later towards you?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. I think Mr. Me Too was a very clever way to put your flag in the ground for anything that you think that you started.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
and you're always gonna have an opinion,
right,
with something like that. So,
but it's I mean, I had the Prince on 2 days ago.
Talked to him yesterday.
Yeah, he said you guys were on the phone. I think right before you.
Yeah.
I saw him. That's who I had the conversation about which album was better with. By the way.
Oh, really? What did he say? Oh, he said Lil Willie.
Yeah,
he did.
But we were talking about how you are an integrity over everything kind of fellow. So it's fuck the look, fuck the clout. If it gets into fucking with your integrity, you set it to the side or you'll take notes.
Right.
So it's funny how you said planting the flag all the way back then nothing has changed,
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I think you gotta stand for something at all times.
Yeah.
I think in existing in this business, I think it's about who can stay the purest the longest, and just owning your lane.
Yeah, that's real.
This is how you be here for 23 years.
Yeah.
That's how you be here for 23 years. This is how you have this type of discography. This is how you can work with the best and make the best better. Like when people, we raise the bar with whoever we work with. So I think that all comes from having a standard, having integrity, and having just a real intentional plan of attack in everything that you do.
For sure. I wonder for you, Push, because It's Almost Dry was not long ago. I went to the tour, got the merch.
Yeah.
I I mean, I thought it was really dope how Ye did half, Pharrell did the other half.
Yeah.
I think it's up there with Daytona, personally.
I definitely think.
I think you had the best verse on the album.
I did.
But damn, that wasn't that long ago, and I just want to know, like when it comes to, like, you know, you've obviously been pretty vocal about, you know, the Ye thing. What was the specific moment where you just kind of realized you had to disassociate?
Well, I just felt like I can just remember times. I remember Atlanta, you know, and everybody just being
Going that era?
What was that album? Was
Yeah,
that album? Okay. So yeah, I would think Atlanta. Atlanta was
Isn't
Atlanta
that
was a
something?
time, I feel like. Just, you know, I mean, you know, I have an opinion, man, and I speak my opinion, and I feel like when I speak my opinion and it doesn't match, you know,
Ye want a bunch of yes men.
Yeah.
and I'm never not gonna speak my opinion, so it's like
He want a bunch of yes men.
100%.
yeah.
You guys, this Kendrick record is insane.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It is crazy, and it's crazy too because it's like you guys kick the album off the way you kick the album off, and then you get right into the shit. Yeah,
Yeah, got to.
What was it like? Did you guys like why? Because I listening to Kendrick's verse, I'm like, well, I don't understand why they wouldn't want this to come out. What did you guys get like an answer? Like, what was it about his verse?
I don't think it's about the verse per se. I think it's just about the optics.
Like you guys are both
Yeah.
on in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Against.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
I feel like that's how they looked at it with all the lawsuit stuff going on, and then you have you have misinterpretations or people just not knowing and just walking on eggshells around that whole situation. I believe.
Yeah, like you're listening to Kendrick's verse maybe, and you're like, well, maybe is that a line?
Yeah, exactly.
In the middle of the
Exactly.
legal shit that's happening.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's a narrative that needs to die also because, you know, Kendrick is out here setting precedences. You know, he has his own movement, breaking records. And to think that he needs to, or that we need to, or start some coalition and teaming up, I don't even like the sound of that. You can't undermine what he's doing. That man is gone and, you know, he's doing what he does. So, you know, you can't even play me like that. We got Kendrick on the album because he's a top tier lyricist. Yeah. And that is, you know, what we do. So he was like the perfect match. And to think anything else is just crazy.
And it's civilized. Nothing new for, I mean, you and Kate have records. Like, nostalgia is
like they got fun relationships. Yeah, exactly.
100%. I do feel like there is like a dark force versus light force happening in hip hop right now, which sounds kind of weird. But, you know, I feel like there's like certain artists who will pop up on like some goofy streamers shit to push their album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, it just feels like there's this like kind of, and that is the one thing I can say about however you feel about what happened with the Kendrick versus Drake thing was it felt like there was.
Yeah, they seen that and then it was too much for them.
Dove into lyrics again in a certain way. Yep. Yeah. And you just
that's why they didn't want to push it out.
You kind of saw pop culture like
seen that. Oh, hell no.
Split a little.
Yeah.
Like I saw Punch say some shit and he was like, he didn't say the name, he was like, it's kind of weird how all the artists or all the people who speak out and jump out for a certain artist feel a certain way politically or feel certain ways, you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of, I mean, obviously that's a blanket statement. It's not always true, but yeah, it is interesting. Do you guys feel like, for you, like the timing of this album, it just feels like, first of all, it's one of the best rollouts I feel like we've seen in hip hop in recent years. So you guys appreciate it.
Now, why is it the best rollout though?
I just think that the attention to detail of every little thing. Like I feel like you guys did the print press first, right? And it was like, oh shit, okay. So
this is just all an ode to rap,
right?
And rap journalism and music journalism and like
being critiqued and putting out your music, letting people hear your shit.
Right.
Like, facing your product. Yeah, facing, getting in front of it. Not throwing it and hiding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just
building anticipation, man.
Yeah. But just, just actually really just being like Nala said, being front facing with a product, man. And I think that's something that we miss.
I agree, yeah.
Something that we miss. I mean, I do. Like I think I asked about 2 weeks ago. Like, man, I wanted to see the reviews. And I think Gabe came as a PR and came back and was like, it's only like 3 publications still doing that type of thing. And I'm like, man,
like we don't have the source mic system anymore.
Right. Man, I miss all of that.
You guys got a double XL.
Right. Yeah. I want to see all of that. I want to see.
It's like Anthony Fantano on YouTube now.
Yeah.
It's like that bald white dude.
I want to see that too. If you're taking the time to critique, and you're really well versed. If you're really well versed in the music and the craft, and know the history, you should be speaking on it. And I feel like this rollout is getting a lot of praise because we were very intentional about the people that we speak to.
Right.
Very intentional. People have real opinions. People who can really tear it down or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people who know it like that.
Do you guys, I always think back, because you guys had such a, you guys, a lot of people don't know who might have maybe just been Pusha T fans recently, but you guys really went through the ringer of the music industry early,
Yeah.
Obviously the Jive thing was pretty public, but even getting shelved at Elektra.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like exclusive audio footage being shelved, and it was on DSPs for a sec, I don't know what happened, so
right.
But do you feel like it was like a obviously you guys were pretty disappointed at the time, but was it something that you guys look back at now and are maybe glad that happened?
I think Clipse is good for rolling with the punches. We navigate any situation. Even with the label trouble that just happened with Def Jam. I don't think it would be like a Clipse rollout if we didn't have some kind of issue or some kind of problem. And I think that's the good thing about it for the fans, and that's why the fans are so important to us, because they suffered with us, having to chill and having to wait. And now that we come back together and we get to, give them this offering here, it means a lot.
Hey, real quick, want to tell you about our sponsors at Odd Socks. That's our day one family. Make sure you follow them at Odd Socks Official. I just got to run a 5K view.
Do you, Malice, for you, obviously you're a man of God, right?
Absolutely. First and foremost, man.
And I wonder for you, was this itch there, like for you to be back in Clipse mode for a while?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So what do you think kind of ignited like that motivation?
There were, it was a few things, a few baby steps. Going out to Wyoming and working with my brother on Use This Gospel. That was right up my alley.
Right
there.
Don't brag.
I appreciate it. That's what's up. Yeah, I think so. Working with my brother on Nigo's album. Working on Push's album. Those were like little breadcrumbs that kind of coaxed me,
right,
or whatever. But it wasn't an itch. It was just like the time was right. I knew that it could be done. And when those projects came out that I just mentioned, I asked my dad. I was like, what do you think about me rapping again? And he said, son, I think you've been too hard on yourself. And he's a deacon. You know what I'm saying? So to hear his perspective on it, which I had never asked him that before. I had no reason to ask him that because I wasn't doing anything. But I think everything happens for a reason. I think this is perfect. The project, I believe, is perfect. And I think it's going to do a great service to our fans and listeners.
Was there ever a point in time where it almost happened and it just didn't happen for whatever reason, where maybe Ye was trying to convince y'all to do it, or Pharrell, or?
Yeah, I think it's been convincing all the way through. A lot of people trying to convince.
It's been a whole junior
That's
high
crazy.
school
Then
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
been around and for real.
But
Heavy.
and I also want to say it's like the level that my brother has kept it at, for me to come back into the fold. If it looked like he was like just trying to survive as a, you know what I'm saying? But the level that he has it in
What it do? Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Get them likes up.
And keeping the integrity of hip hop the way that I always knew it to be. It made perfect sense.
And I mean, this album, all your guys' albums have Pharrell all over, but this album really feels like he's an extension of the group on this project.
Well, he is. He definitely is.
I feel like though.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like, and it was dope too, because I feel like as a solo artist, you've caught a wave with the dream.
Yeah.
That has been super crazy.
Yeah.
I heard him on that. He's on the album, right?
Yeah.
All things considered.
Right.
I'm curious for you guys, like, to see Pharrell kind of take this next step in his legacy and go all in on because he's changed fashion. If we think about BBC and we think about ice cream, and just that whole wave. Like, what's that been like for you guys? You guys have been
I forgot about ice cream.
The majority of that journey, and push for you, for Malice for you. Like, you guys have the clothing line yourselves. Does it inspire you guys on some fashion shit? Obviously, you've had the Adidas thing going for a while.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think that watching Pharrell hit some of these milestones has definitely been inspirational. I think that I think fashion goes along with hip hop though.
100%.
So I feel like
Fashion definitely goes along with hip hop.
I don't think you can
goes hand in hand with hip hop
without being
hip hop goes
each
hand in hand.
portion of the culture.
Off
Music, fashion, art, whatever it is. Like you have to be entrenched in all these different worlds in some manner to reap the full benefits and rewards of the game. I think it's about giving people that tutorial of you as an artist, and that is the way in which you do it for me.
Yeah.
You have to you got to show people what you're about, what you stand for, what you like. At that point, they begin to champion you and find the synergy between you and them.
You guys having to have live on album.
Yes,
was amazing.
Always.
Shout out to the Rehab Gang shit.
Always.
Yeah.
At 20,000, I was just bumping the 20,000.
Yeah.
Oh, we said it all.
Yeah.
It makes me think though, because like I think I just saw somebody post at the anniversary of Got It For Cheap Volume 2 was recently.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I feel like Clinton Sparks posted that. Somebody posted
Yeah, I think I seen that too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
When you guys have like classic mixtapes like that, do you guys ever try to figure out how do we put these on DSPs?
Yeah.
Because that, or like a vinyl drop, because goddamn, man, that was a moment in time.
I would love to be able. It's just, I feel like it's a lot of work.
It probably is.
Yeah.
But you guys are like independent-ish now, so it's like, I feel like it's a lot easier.
No, it's, I'm saying it's a lot of work probably to get it done. And
Right.
that would be ideal, honestly. There are a lot of just different, I wish we could and just put the discography in a box, in a place that everybody can, because people are learning at different points. You know what I'm saying? There are people who are Pusha T fans who didn't know about the Clipse, definitely didn't know about Re-Up Gang, and and people who are Re-Up Gang fans, and and they need to be able to champion and tell and be like, oh, y'all don't know about this. Like, they need to be able to have their moment. They need to be able to have all of the different fans need to be able to have their moment and see who they're talking about in
in a curated area.
Yeah, like once, even if it's a box set or something.
Yeah, like something.
Yeah.
Like it'd be great actually.
Where's Sam at?
Man, Philly. I spoke to him, man. Yeah, I just seen Sam, man. Damn right.
Sam, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was the one. I was
Doing
like,
his thing,
all
man.
right, I love it, man. Where's the fuck is Sam?
So is that there? I wonder is that the shit, the Carhartt stuff they got on as part of they
Clark Kent's funeral too.
Oh, Clark Kent, man.
Yeah.
brand they coming out with, or
something I always
the stuff they
wanted
got
to know
coming
from
out
you,
with
Kush,
Carhartt?
because
Jaw, sir.
I'm a very opinionated person. I've gotten into screaming matches with grown men about you in particular, because I have you like ridiculously high in my all-time top 10, and you know a lot of people who I'll meet are, you know, they got Wayne real high or they'll have Drake real high, so I get into these fucking yelling matches with grown men. I always wondered, because to me the biggest what if of the last like 7 or 8 years was, had you gotten a response from the story of Adidon, how much was in the clip that you just had ready to go in case that happened?
Oh man, it was
Because it felt like that was the precursor. Like, I'm gonna throw this out here because
and I feel like I was ready for whatever.
But did you have shit in the clip ready?
Yeah,
Just
you have to be ready, man. You
Yeah.
have to be ready.
What was your thoughts just as a fan to see the bait was taken with the Kendrick thing, and then to see Kendrick have this precise, like, decapitation? I mean, it was insane. Like
I thought it was a really good display of just music and artistry, man. I thought it was a damn good display of just staying your own course too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Kendrick really stayed the course and really, you know, precise, focused. And I think, and I think it paid off.
chess.
Yeah.
Then I Meet the Grams drops. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
That was insane.
Hey, gotta stop the interview. Want to give a shot, man. The only thing we smoke, ladies and gentlemen, is Slapless. That's right.
There's so much more to what you guys do than that. But at the same time, you are the Jeff Bezos of the nasal.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that label in general?
I don't trip on it anymore, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I know what's happening musically, and I know what's happening with us musically. And if, you know, that's the label that they want to run with, that's fine, but that's not the true listener. That's not the true listener, and I feel like the true listener gets the codes and understands what's happening. I feel like, you know, competitively speaking, I feel like even artists and the casual listener, they're viewing this wrong, and that's why there's some misinterpretation there. But I don't want to correct it because I feel like it keeps. I know those codes and I know what's keeping us ahead. It's not about just coke, but fine.
I mean, you have somebody else who's you know, fans could say Stove God Cooks is fucking incredible. So I was glad,
man.
I was glad you guys had him on there.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
Stove is crazy. Stove is man. You know, he's one of the most entertaining that I've heard in a minute in this, you know, in this subgenre of street rap, coke rap, whatever you want to call it. You know, and you get to hear the melodies, you get to hear the metaphors, and just the color that he brings to that. I feel like it's dope, and you know, so much so that we used it on the album.
Yeah, I think he hasn't dropped an album in like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been fucking bodying every West Side guy.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
What the inclusion of DJ Clue I thought was dope too towards the end of the project, because I felt like it fit and it gives you that nostalgic factor. What was the decision in using Clue specifically? And
well, I think we were chasing urgency a lot, and so when we found it and we found urgency within the records, you know, you just got our wheels to turning and like I think it just started with like Pharrell doing the ad-libs and clue, like, you know, and from there we actually stole the ad-libs, put it on the song.
You guys didn't even get, like, hit Clue like, yeah, we need some shit.
No, so we stole it
And then he heard it, and he was like, "Man, I gotta fix this." And so like he then went in the studio and redid everything that we did.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah. But it's just the feeling. Like a lot of times you get the feeling in the studio, and it's like, you want to put it down or put something down as a reference, as something so you don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? And by the time we had put the records together like such, we felt like that needed to stay.
I saw you retweeted or you posted something in your story, someone had tweeted, and you pretty much were like, "Can you write me a song that says this?" There was essentially kind of just saying that you've done such a great job of taking what we love about hip hop in a nostalgic way, but never making it, but always kind of keeping it up to date,
right,
at a high level,
right.
And there are artists who haven't been able to do that, who are either from your era or before your era, that might have some like resentment towards what you guys do.
Of course.
Is that something that you feel more now than ever?
Yes, I've always felt it. But I just it was just weird to see somebody say it. I was like, man, I just something I've never said, and it was great. It was just great to see.
Yeah.
And to know that people are just tuned in and paying attention.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. What's your guys' favorite song on this album? I'm sure it's different for each of you, but or it might be the same.
Well, I cater to POV.
POV's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, these poor guys trying to get $5,500 bookings, man. Can they live? Can they get back? Can they go get a back end?
Not properly. They can't live properly. It's tough. It is tough, man.
Not all money's good money?
Not all money is good money at all. I don't know, man. I'm FICO. I'm so far ahead. I'm like,
FICO's crazy.
I'm a couple different places.
I mean, and you
like
guys
I sort them out. I'm everywhere.
And you guys did. I mean, the two singles that you guys released are like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm trying to like stay away from those.
Those records are not so. Oh my god.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Like the Ace, man. How hard is it to get like a Cause album cover again? Because it's one thing to do it once, but to do it twice is just like showing off.
Cause is family.
Yeah, Cause is family.
Cause is family.
Do you guys have a crazy collection of the figures?
No. I think
I got a bunch of original fake scarves and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got a lot of original fake clothes. I got art. I bought art.
What's the most expensive piece of art you bought, Bush?
Man, it might have been I might have bought what's that that it's a round cause piece. I think I bought it for Steven's birthday. You ain't never seen it? Oh yeah.
How much was it?
6 figures.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot.
What is something that you were able to learn being the president of Good, which is obviously, one of the most iconic labels in hip hop history, and you're at the, at the head of it for so long that you're able to now apply to being an independent artist now?
Man, I think that when you're at the helm of something, you don't want to be the helm of something that everybody's not all in together at it. You know what I'm saying? Like president of Good Music without the head being in the mix of it.
It doesn't mean anything.
It don't mean nothing.
It's just a title.
It's just a title. Yeah.
It's a nice check.
It's just a check.
Yeah. It's funny because Sci-Hi said this, and I want to know your perspective. He essentially said the Rosewood era was the most together everybody was.
I can definitely go for that.
Everybody was. I remember y'all had the suits.
For sure.
And then it might be, obviously the Good Friday era was so
Dang,
special.
yep.
That
was a dope.
All the way up into even Cruel Summer was crazy.
Yep.
He said then everybody started to just go crazy and it just became like a thing, like where everybody was just kind of.
No, I don't think everybody went crazy. I think everybody did what they were supposed to do, and then
2 Chainz becomes like the fucking biggest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy times.
I think that's what was supposed to happen. I feel like everybody was supposed to do their thing.
Have you had any conversations with Sean lately?
No.
No. How's your guys' like? Are you guys good?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he kind of was the first guy to kind of like.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me and Sean good.
Talk to me about touring, man. Is there going to be a tour that's associated with this
August 3rd is the first date.
Yeah,
August
25
3rd.
dates.
August 3rd is the
Close
first
right now,
date.
it's July 9th.
We're less than a month away.
Yeah.
And this is it? I mean, how long has it been since you? I mean, you guys have done spot dates, you guys have done festivals and stuff. But for you, Malice, it's like the grind, dog. Like it's about to start.
I'm ready for it though. Like I'm.
Let's see.
I think that's what was supposed to happen. I feel like everybody was supposed to do their thing.
Have you had any conversations with Sean lately?
No.
No. How's your guys' like? Are you guys good?
Yeah.
Let me see what
I
else.
feel like he kind of was the first guy to kind of like.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me and Sean good.
Talk to me about
Let me see what else I can get into. Let me see. That shit acting crazy. That should be acting, man. Let me see. Hold on. I'll get into this. Let me see. This other Clipse interview with Apple Music.
Here at the Louis Vuitton store on 57th Street. Yeah. Only these people, these characters in the game of hip hop could get us into the Louis Vuitton store. Being able to still know y'all and be able to sit here and have this conversation after all of these years is beautiful.
And making this type of shit
Right now.
like making this right now.
Yeah.
Like people can't make this right now.
Nah.
No, this
People
is
for us.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
People who were doing it then can't make this right now. They're showing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're showing you.
You see, I had to break out a piece. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this. I have a couple.
Yeah, I know you do.
I have a couple. I just be in my regular.
Nah, come on.
Damn, this shit.
I'm giving up.
It's a little bit.
I'm giving up.
A little bit, yeah. Don't let them fool you, man. I know what you do.
So wait, so y'all recorded the whole album. We're at the Louis Vuitton store, 57th Street, in the Benz kind of private area. Which, by the way, great idea.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great idea. For sure. Great idea. But you guys recorded the entire album in Paris at the Louis Vuitton. What's it called? The
Headquarters. Yeah.
And so Pharrell's working on
Everything. Bags, shoes, sketches, everything.
and so Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I just be in my regular. Nah, come on. I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up.
It's a little bit.
I'm keeping up.
A little bit, yeah. Don't let them fool you, man. I know what you do.
So wait. So y'all recorded the whole album. We're at the Louis Vuitton store, 57th Street, in the Benz kind of private area, which probably a great idea. This is a great idea. Sure. Great idea. But you guys recorded the entire album in Paris at the Louis Vuitton. What's it called?
Headquarters.
Yeah. And so Pharrell's working on
everything. Bags, shoes, sketches, everything.
And so did he come to you with the, hey, come out here, let's do the album? Did you guys say, hey, we gotta finish this album? And like, how did that happen?
Basically, one of the criteria for him to even be in Paris, as much as he is, was to have a studio set up. So with that being a criteria, like you said, it's pretty much set up like this. Like if you look that way, you'd have the studio back there. The sliding doors open up. You have somebody sketching right here. You have somebody with shoes and bags over here. You know, you got people with fabrics back there. And it's just a strong, just a flow through, right?
Damn, they really.
And when we're there, you know,
Wow,
that's
great.
the music. Everybody's listening to the music. They're listening to you as you create. There is no booth, so you're like recording, you know, in open air.
Yeah.
You know, you can close the door, but other than that, it's just a flow through.
How did that help the inspiration for the album? Because the album, I mean, sonically, it's beautiful. It's a masterpiece.
Thank you. Yeah.
You guys are back in your pocket in ways that obviously we haven't heard you in together as the Clipse, 15 years.
Yeah.
But you're not in a hurry. You're not doing too much. You know, which is very high end, right? Like it's a very high end experience.
Make sure y'all like, share,
curated and created
and subscribe to the channel. Luciano
being in
Media.
that atmosphere inspire that too?
I think it's always, you know, like family.
Right.
Me.
Let me see.
My brother Pharrell, while we're there, you know, even
make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm
the same area. It just felt like a real
323. I think I'm going.
You know, that we're used to. The creative aspect, the same as it's always been.
Handle what I gotta handle, then
you know what I'm saying? So
jump back live later. I think I'm gonna go live
I want to
again
go
later.
live and sit, but
find some.
It's a big moment, man. Yeah.
Some other
really big moment.
Well,
topics.
And you know, we'll talk about it, but like
get into.
Hip hop has so many different things going on sonically.
Well, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
What you guys are doing, many people don't do because it's hard to do.
That's right.
And it takes time to do it.
I'm gonna definitely tap back in with y'all.
But you guys
saying later on. But make sure y'all like,
different ways, right?
Share, and subscribe to the channel.
You know, from trying different things and working as an executive.
Definitely tap into the channel.
But also taking your money and investing in yourself. Yeah. Starting businesses so that you can sustain yourself and not have to do things that you don't want to do.
That's right.
Tap in, yeah, I'm definitely tap in later, man. Hell yeah. I got some whole other shit to do, but yeah, subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media. I'm gonna tap back in.
Then just some